You're hoping to go back to number 3 just like you did against India and maybe get that opportunity again?
Yeah, look, like I said, there's no team being selected yet. So, look, anywhere in the order, if I'm selected, I'd be happy to bat. But yeah, I did enjoy batting at number 3. But like I said, I'm happy to bat anywhere that's required.
We could have a couple of debutants on Thursday. That's exciting, Pekovsky and Patterson.
Yeah, very exciting for both of those guys. Curtis obviously performed so well this season and also in the last game in Hobart. And Puck's very good player. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Marnus, who have the senior guys been who have been standing up around the batting group who you've been going to for advice or Pekovsky's been going to? Who are you sort of taking a bit of reassurance in at the moment?
I think having played a bit of cricket here, I think it's good. We've got a lot of Queenslanders that have played a lot of games at the Gabba. So I think some of the guys have been using sort of the old Joe and Matt and stuff, even though they're probably Matt's not that experienced, but he's played a lot of games at the Gabba. So I think it's really helped, just get the vibe and guys that have played a lot at this ground. And like I said, Uzi is always someone, like I said, bats at 3 for Queensland and played many games here.
And what did you learn in Hobart when you made that 50 in the second innings and Sri Lanka's bowling attack as well? Did you get any insights?
Yeah, they had a few really, really good bowlers and there wasn't too much swing in Hobart, so I don't know if that's just because of the conditions or the change of ball. But yeah, there wasn't much swing and it was more nip off the wicket. It seemed to nip a little bit more in the night session. But apart from that, it was a pretty flat wicket over there. So, it's probably going to be a little bit different than out here.
Does Curtis's late inclusion in this squad change your, I suppose not mindset, but your, potential selection for the game?
Like I said, we have no idea what's happening with the selections and who they're going to go with. But all I know is Curtis definitely deserves his spot here. He's performed outstandingly so far this Shield season and also in the last game. So his inclusion is warranted and we'll just see how the selections go.
And have you had a look at the deck out there and just your thoughts on how it's gone this year in the Shield?
The wickets tend to be slightly different for test games to first-class games. There's probably a little bit more grass on in first-class games and obviously with the morning start, there's probably a little bit more moisture. So I'm not sure completely what's going to happen out there, but probably I'd say it's going to be not as much moisture as there would with a 10 a.m. start. And maybe slightly less grass on it, but it's always such a good wicket because there's always such nice carry, and obviously it provides opportunity with the ball and with the bat.
Hey.
Marnus, what can you tell us about Kumara? We're a bit excited to see him, the 21-year-old bowler for Sri Lanka. He bowled quite well over there in Hobart. He was quite bustly. Bustled in and used the crease really well. So he's someone I think, that's going to be a good bowler for them. But like I said, if our batters apply themselves and we stick to our game plan, I think we'll be able to conquer that.
Marnus, do you change your game at all in pink ball cricket, or do you just treat it as though you would any other long form game?
I wouldn't say change your game, but the ball tends to get a little bit softer, so the game plan at times might change for the bowling team. So hence where you as the batter might change your game plan. The ball tends to get a little bit softer a bit earlier than the red ball, so which means teams tend to come a bit straighter and attack the stumps a little bit more, which means you're probably hitting more balls. But look, apart from that, the game doesn't change much. It's more just adapting to what the team's doing and how they want to get you out.
Have you bowled much with the pink ball? You'll have faced it, I imagine, quite a lot. Have you bowled many overs with the pink ball?
Look, I bowled, I think, 18 overs in Hobart, and I've bowled a little bit with it in Shield cricket. But like I said, the actual ball itself doesn't really feel different in the hand, so it's quite similar. So I don't think it takes that much to get used to the differences. The only difference is, the swing and the seam.
Marnus, what about your own story? You know, coming from South Africa, settling not that far away, and you know, it's quite a tale, isn't it? Was this one of the tests that you always wanted to play, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, you always dream of playing a home test, you know, in front of your family and all your friends, which is always exciting. But yeah, like I said, it'd be a dream come true. Obviously, if I do get the nod for the game on Thursday. But like I said, you know, there's some good competition around, and that's always good to have in a team when it is competitive for spots, because it means that you know, you have to keep performing to, you know, stay in the team.
Marnus, you're going out to hang out with some kids after this. How important is a series win to try and win back more of that support and get more positivity around the Australian team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're working so hard, and we're continually, you know, working to get better as a team and continuing to improve. And I think we're seeing that out there. But yeah, like I said, we'd love a series win, and yeah, I think, look, that we're getting the public. We've gained the public back already, and I think if we continue to play the way, in the spirit and the way we have, I think we're going to continue to do that.
Is it a strange feeling, Marnus, having so many batsmen fighting for, I guess, like, you know, you've got 2 or 3 extra bats, or 2 extra bats in this squad going to test that's 3 days away? Is that a strange feeling in some ways? Because usually we only ever have 1 shadow bat at most for a home test.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. I wouldn't say it's a strange feeling. I think, like I just said before, it's a good thing to have have that competitiveness around the squad. You know, we're all happy for each other, and we all want each other to play. But at the end of the day, there's only 11 that get to walk onto the field. And you know, if you're in that 11 or not in that 11, you still have a job to contribute to the team and make sure the team gets the win.
So it's about, is it different for you, this test, than what it was going to Sydney? Because obviously you called in, 3 days into the squad 3 days before the Sydney test, whereas you've sort of been in the setup now for the last 3-4 weeks. Does that make a difference for you?
Well, in the preparation phase, yeah, I think it does, because I think you're obviously working together with everyone and preparing for the team continuously, rather than sort of coming in and, you know, when I came in, I came in from just watching the test on TV and sort of gaining the information that way. Where being in the squad and actually being able to prepare and get myself ready for the test series, I think, has definitely helped.
Marnus, some of the guys you're coming up against, though, for that spot are good mates in Burns and Renshaw. Is it a bit awkward? Like, how do you give each other stick about it, or do you just ignore the selection battle?
Yeah, I don't think it ever is a selection battle for us. We're all really good friends, and we get along, and you know, whoever gets the nod, you know, we're going to be happy for them and want them to be successful. And I think for us, it's just a matter of continuing to put performances on the board, and whoever gets the nod, you know, like I said, we're all behind them.
Marnus, has JL told you when you expect to find out whether you'll be in the team or not? Is it tomorrow?
No, I have no idea when the team's selected. It certainly hasn't been selected yet, so that's all I know.